Hello all, welcome to the lecture series of Power System Protection. In this session I will be discussing what do we mean by static relays. Let's get understand the details of static relays. My entire presentation has been segmented into the construction of static relay, components, working, pros and cons, and classification. So these are my content of presentation. Let us straight away understand what do we mean by static relay. The relay which doesn't have any moving part is known as static relay. The word meaning of static means rest. In such type of relay, the output is obtained by the static components such as magnetic and electronic circuit. We can observe both magnetic circuits and electronic circuits are embedded in static relays. The relay comprises of static and electromagnetic relays, generally called as static relay. Why? Because there are two segments I mentioned. Number one, static unit, another one is electromagnetic relay. The function of static unit is to get the response, and the duty of electromagnetic relay is to perform the switching operation. I mean electromagnetic relay that is concerning for the response. I mean the switching action. So this is what exactly static relay. The basic block diagram of static relay is shown below. We have the CT or PT. Why it is required? To measure current and voltage respectively. It will be AC quantity. The AC quantity that is going to rectification will be done. Along with the circuit, there will be a comparator comparing two signals. It may be either magnitude or phase. Then level detector circuits also will be included. And also there is a logic circuits like gates, logic gates. Okay, this is actually called receiving the response. Now, the output of these electronic component that will be connected to electromagnetic relay units. Electromagnetic relay units comprises of the measuring circuits, then amplifier to provide the strengthen for the signal. Amplifier is needed. The signal might be weak, that has to be amplified, then it is directly fed to output device. The operating voltage will be DC only, maybe 12 or 24 volt, maybe 12 volt or 24 volt. That will be connected to the tripping circuit. So this is actually the two major segments of static relay. Okay, I hope you have understood what is a static relay. So do mention the two separate segments for the static relay. What are the major advantages of static relay compared to electromechanical relay? There is no burden of CT. It never consumes any power like VA rating, and it consumes very least power, quick response, high resistance to shock and vibration, and quick resetting performance. There is no absence of peak overshoot. Size is compact. Greater sensitivity as amplification can provide very easily. Okay, complex relaying characteristics can easily to be obtained. No, not an issue. But then I already mentioned there is a logic circuit, so we can able to solve complex problem by using the logic circuits. Lifespan is very much high, durable. So there is a chance of unwanted tripping is very less. Okay, quick action with accuracy. Accuracy is more compared to electromechanical relay. But there are certain setbacks which is shown here. The static relays are temperature dependent because there are a lot of electronic components used, and a separate compensation need to be provided. That is one of the major setback. Compensator circuit is costly. Static relays are sensitive to voltage, transient spikes, etc. Because you are using a semiconductor devices that is used there. That will be spoiled because of voltage, transient or spike. Static relays need an auxiliary power supply. Especially I mentioned that there is a separate power supply is required. DC supply is needed separately. That is another drawback. And relay has less overloading capacity. That is another issue. And cost is more compared to electromechanical relay. And construction will be easily affected by the surrounding interference such as pressure, temperature, humidity, etc. Working of relay will be depending on electrical components, performance of electrical components, the construction of the relay is easily affected by the external interference. EMI problem also will be there because of using the electronic components. Okay, these are signal, you are dealing with the signal, so EMI issue, surrounding interference will be also a reason for reducing the accuracy of this type of static relay. The major applications are as follows: overcurrent protection, then earth fault protection schemes. It is used in ultra high speed protection scheme, in especially extra high voltage AC line. Then utilizing the distance protection is suitable for distance protection also. So these are the major applications of static relay. We found a lot of advantages and disadvantages of static relay. One of the major component of static relay is comparator. What is comparator? Comparing two quantity and you will be getting output. You must have studied a op-amp ICs, op-amp. It's a comparator actually, operational amplifier. Likewise, when the fault occurs on a system, both magnitude and phase of voltage and current get changed, and that will be differed from the healthy condition. So to compare the two quantities, we require a comparator. One will be the reference, other will be actual. So comparator is badly required for static relay. The part of circuitry which compares two actuating quantities either in amplitude or phase is known as comparator. Comparator is must and should in static relay. You can see different type of comparator. Comparator can be broadly divided into two. First one is the amplitude comparator. Second one is known as phase comparator. In case of amplitude comparator, the magnitude, basically magnitude is getting compared. M and N are the two inputs. Now M plus N and M minus N will be compared and output will be generated. Okay. And also if I talk about the phase comparator, the angle, because there are two quantity will be there, no? The magnitude is represented by M and the angle represented by the letter phi. Okay. There is a condition also. It operates when the phi less than 90 degree. So here the phase will be compared. That is, such kind of comparators are known as phase comparator. Here magnitude, M is going to compare, magnitudes are compared. Here the phase is going to compare. There is an action. It operates when magnitude M greater than N. Here we can say it operates when the phase phi less than 90 degree. Such kind of condition can be set in case of relay, static relay. So comparator is unavoidable in static relay. And I prepared a single slide for the classification of comparator based on the viewer's requirement. If you require the individual explanation, surely I'll prepare a separate video. It is your choice. I request everyone to provide the suitable comment. Do I want to elaborate individual classification or not? Such cases I will be preparing a separate 10 minutes video for the classification of comparators. Some university examination I have seen the classification of comparators. If you require, I request everyone to put up a suitable comment in the comment box so that I can able to make a separate video for the classification of comparators which is used in static relay. There are two type of comparators. One is amplitude comparator, another is phase comparator. Amplitude comparators that compares the magnitude irrespective of phase angle. There are three subclassifications such as bridge type amplitude comparator, then phase splitting type, another one is sampling comparator. If I talk about the phase comparator, there are two types: vector product phase comparator, another one is coincidence type phase comparator. The main features of phase comparators are it compares phase of two quantities irrespective of magnitude. That is why it is known as phase comparator. So it depends on the requirement, you can able to use what kind of comparators you want in static relay. If I talk about the vector product phase comparator, there are two types. One is Hall effect comparator and another one is magnetic resistivity comparator. So it depends on your requirement. I will make a separate video on comparators. I have seen some university question papers in different universities. I have gone through that. I found few questions were repeated. That's why I just recalled. Okay. In this session, I have discussed about what is a static relay, the basic block diagram of static relay, then components which is used in the static relay, two segments I just divided. Later I have discussed about the advantages and disadvantages of static relay. Afterwards, one of the main component used in static relay is comparator. I have given a brief details about comparator and its classification. So if you are having any further queries, kindly put up in the comment box. So I really thankful for watching this video.